Welcome back to Boruto Anime Review. This is episode number... Let me look it up here just to be sure I'm correct about this. Let's see. It is... episode 17. Yeah, 17. Sarada Run. Yeah, this whole episode just Sarada delivering a package for a little girl at the Hidden Leaf Hospital. Okay. But... not only get a chance to see like the regular characters in this episode, we also get a chance to see Sakura, which I already knew that one was going to happen. But here's two other really big surprises. I was not expecting to see these two in this episode. One was Ino. Though her first time you see her, you don't get full body shot. But later on, you get a chance to see what she's wearing. And it kind of looks like a button-up shirt that's cut off at the bottom. Like cut off like at the bottom all the way around. And she's wearing a long skirt. Okay. Oh, and Sakura is no longer wearing the high-heel boots she's known for wearing. She just wears regular sandals. I don't get why she switched out the boots for the sandals, but at least Naruto still wears the same shoes he's known for wearing when he became Hokage. It's nice to see Ino. First time she's actually appeared in the series. Also, and this is a really big shocker, Suzune shows up for one scene. Yeah, Suzune. First time she's actually appeared in the series. And Sarada's like, thank you for supporting her. Yeah, I'm like, okay, here's Suzune. Where is Tsunade? That question was never answered. Like, where is Tsunade during all this? Yeah, I'd be kind of curious to see her, but seeing Suzune, that is really good. Yeah, but aside from seeing these three characters, also one thing I thought was really nice for the episode to do, and I don't really remember this at all, but apparently, well, Ino took Sakura to a particular bench where Sakura and Sasuke had their first date, which lasted for 2.5 minutes. Which I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Even though Sakura thinking that screen time was basically all focused on Sarada, which is interesting. And Sarada did something that she never did before, right on the top of the train. And this is something a bit unusual for Boruto's crew, people he usually hangs out with. Basically, I mean, Shikadai and Dekai, that's fine, but now he's hanging out with Inogen? Okay, where is Iwambi? Yeah, that's the question. I'm like, he usually hangs out with Iwambi, basically, hanging on top of those trains. Not usually Inogen. I guess they swapped them out for some reason. I don't know. I mean, it's nice to see him. This is a really fun moment toward the end of the episode where Boruto, Dekai, Inogen, and Shikadai are going fishing near a river, basically the hidden waterfall village, known for using as sort of like a memorial for their ancestors. And Sarada basically will try to retrieve a package. She just comes out of the water like she's an angel or something, and they're all asking like, "What are you doing in the water?" And she said, "I got hot, so I went to swim." And she all said, "You got a problem with that?" And they're all like dropping their jaws and doing that strange little weird circle thing with their eyes. It's like, no problem at all. I thought that scene was so hilarious, and the fact that, well, I'm kind of glad Chocho get a chance to do something, and the fact that we got a chance to hear a reference to Chocho's mother, Koriyai, I think I'd say pronounce her name. I don't really remember how to pronounce her name. Yeah, they never really have actually found a way to pronounce their mother's name, but I'm glad the fact they referenced her. Now, when I heard the hidden waterfall village, I'm like, that village sounds so familiar. Now, there are two people in the Naruto franchise who are from that particular village. There's Fu, who was the Jurajiki for the Lucky Seven tail beast, and Hidai, I think his name is. The one was Hidan's partner. The one who basically assisted him in killing Ashima. Yeah, those two are from that particular village. So, I'm glad the fact the Hidden Waterfall Village is referenced. Apparently, and I never knew this at all, and this has never been brought up before, apparently the Hidden Waterfall Village is north of the Hidden Leaf Village. Which I'm kind of like, okay, I don't really get why. But, yeah. Yeah, it's referenced that, see that, but yeah. But I like the references to other stuff, like, of course, like the reference to Hidden Cloud Village, the fact that Shoto's mother's from in there, so it was really nice. And of course, seeing like Ino and Shizune, that was really nice. Next week's episode is a day in the life of the Uzumaki family, which kind of basically is going to squeeze in the day Naruto became Hokage short, which basically is going to expand what exactly happened after that. So, next week's episode is going to be pretty interesting. Because from the scenes I saw of it, it looked like they're basically taking that short and basically expanding it. Thank you. Yeah, that's what it looks like that they're doing for next week's episode. Is they're taking the day Naruto taking Hokage short. As far as I know, it's canon, and they're just expanding it. The short itself is only 10 minutes long, and it's a really good short. I highly recommend you watch it. So that's simply put what next week's episode is going to be, and of course, 2 weeks from now is going to be the start of the Naruto Gaiden adaptation, which I know a lot of people basically are looking for, except my friend Edgar most especially. But yeah, the teddy bear, which looks really bizarre. It's a bizarre looking teddy bear. I've never seen a teddy bear like this. Now, I have a teddy bear. Yes, I have this since childhood. When I think of a teddy bear, I think of this. This is my teddy bear. Yep. And just by sheer coincidence, something like this was the focus of an entire episode, which, okay, fine. So, that's simply what it is. Yeah. The most teddy bear in real life do, in fact, look a lot like this one. Yeah, they do look a lot like this. But not all of them do. But that's what I think of when I think of a teddy bear. The one they had in this episode had like bunny ears on it, which I'm like, that was a bit bizarre. And it kind of looks similar to the doll that from the day Naruto became Hokage short, one that Hiwambe and Boruto were fighting over. Yeah, it looks very similar to that. So, yeah. So, good episode nonetheless. It was interesting to see Sarada actually doing something, have an episode focused on her is interesting. Well, because well, she's in the manga and she's in the Boruto manga, which is after the film. But it'll probably be soon, basically, like because after Naruto Gaiden, they're probably going to adapt the day like the Road to Boruto shirt, which is basically the bell training mission. The Mace one shot basically a lot of people want to see that adapted. And some people think that the Boruto film might be adapted in the series as an actual arc. Dragon Ball Super did it with the last 2 films that came out, doing some alterations, but sticking close to the original story. But, yeah. Not much else to say about this episode. Run, Sadara, run. Yeah. It was an interesting story nonetheless. Seeing all the cool characters and the references to other villages. Seeing Boruto basically sort of jaw-dropping at Sadara coming out of the water. It is just so hilarious. And also, at the start of the episode, Shino is teaching the students basically the ability to walk on water. Okay, that's actually quite interesting, the fact that he's teaching him that. So, I'm glad the fact we're slowly starting to wrap up the Academy stuff, so maybe in the next couple episodes we might get a chance to wrap it up. Hopefully by the time the Naruto Gaiden arc starts up, that the Ninja Academy, they'll be done with it. There'll be no more Ninja Academy stuff for the show. But another episode featuring Shino. Yep. So, yeah, that's really it. It kind of looks like next week we're going to chance to see Naruto again in next week's episode, and Hinata, because, well, they're showing stuff from their Naruto became Hokage short. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Next week's episode is a day in the life of the Uzumaki family. Okay? But until then, I will see you there in that next episode. Okay? Bye.